I'm here today to briefly take you through the app I created. That's for our first project. I was looking out to create something very simple and easy to use. So the first thing you see here is the login and then the sign up buttons, where when you click the login button, it takes you to a page where or the sign up first, sign up, that's you're a new person. So it asks for a few details to help you register. And if you are an old person, already using this app, it just brings you to this page welcoming you back and then asks for your email address and your password to log in. Now, once you are all set, whether you sign up or you log in, the next page you see is a dashboard where you have um, some sections where you can select from and work within. So, for example, if the user selects all categories. Now, all categories takes the user to the various categories that the app has. So we have the transportation, utilities, and then other things. Assuming the user wants to calculate health expenses. Now, we have this sessions created where the user can input any figures that he or she wants, and then we have others too that have not been mentioned here. You calculate and then you get a total figure here. Now you have the option to also save, or you come back here to change figures. Now we have a button here too that will take you back to the dashboard, or you just click on this arrow and then it brings you to a drop down that takes you back to this place. Okay. Now, once you're able to put in your figures and then save um, the figures that you got for, let's say, today, now it automatically goes to the history board where you are able to see your spendings or calculations that you've done for maybe 2 days ago, a day ago, a week ago, or about a month ago. Now you have the options to select this arrow to go back to the categories and then select a particular session that you want to view. You have this arrow here by the history where you have I'm sorry, you have an option to go back to the main dashboard. Now the history takes you back to the main dashboard. This takes you back to the categories mentioned earlier. That's the health, utilities, transportation, rent, and then other things. Now this button right here just beside the month gives you the option to select the various months. So you realize that there's a month of May, and in the month of May, these are some of the expenses that were calculated, and the total is what we are seeing here. So likewise, if the user is able to select um, a different month from this drop down arrow, the user would see other calculations or other expenses that he or she made. So the next thing is to show the user a chart distribution. Now, this chart distribution that is shortened here is a button that would also take you, or once you click it, it drops down and you're able to go back to the main dashboard if you want to go there. And then you have a drop down arrow here where you are able to select another month or different month to check, the chart distribution of your various expenses. It's pretty simple where you don't have to really do any calculations because you've already done previous calculations. So you can just click on the button, select, let's say, January, February, and you'll have a chart distribution of your expenses. This helps you know which areas you are really spending into and how to, minimize your expenditure. Now, the last page is the budget page. This arrow also takes you back to the dashboard. Okay, so things have been made quite easy to make the flow also very simple and easy. Now, on this page, the user is able to enter his or her budget and then can input, let's say, a total he or she has spent. Now, once you click the results button, you're going to get a feedback here. Now, this feedback is going to be some sort of advice to the user or a caution that maybe you're spending too much, you need to cut down in certain areas, or you need to increase or save this amount in to enable you spend this amount. Okay, so this is the work or the feedback that is going to be generated here for the user. So basically, that is the whole concept of this app, which I believe is quite simple and straightforward for anyone to use. Assuming you want to go back to the main dashboard, you just have to click on this button and then you select whichever page or um, going back to the main dashboard, you have it listed there and then you can just go back. So I hope you like my app and then I hope to receive any feedback from you. Thank you.